Today's horoscope, Capricorn April 24th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With a square between the Sun and Pluto today, it's not easy to accept changes or let things go graciously. In fact, money and fundamental values can be tricky topics now. It's best to avoid fixating on those things you can't change, since trying to force an issue will only lead to frustration right now. Aim to be flexible and mindful of automatic responses to others or frustrating situations. Otherwise, fears of losing respect or a position can dominate. Later today holds some promise for making connections with others, particularly on a mental level. It can benefit you to sweeten your words or be more diplomatic in your dealings with others right now. Slowly back away from today like a bomb is about to erupt with fire. The drama will be around every corner and it could be somewhat rocky, in fact. As the Sun soars through your solar house of true love, romance, and dating, he will receive a sharp vibration from powerhouse Pluto in the sky. This is a red alert not to aggravate others or pursue domination or control. If you do, everyone will be left with remorse. If a crisis or conflict rushes to meet you, do your best to protect yourself, but run along on your merry way. Your financial standing could change for the better. However, you need to be more progressive with how you make money, since the Sun in Taurus will square Pluto in Aquarius. Straying from your tried and true financial opportunities can be daunting. You might be terrified of pursuing something that you love as an economic opportunity. However, utilizing your talents or turning your hobbies into a side gig could be just what you need to make ends meet. Give it a chance. You might be pleasantly surprised by how much money you could make. When your balance feels a little off, as it will surely do while this planetary alignment lasts, treat yourself to pampering in the healthiest sense. Cut back on your social obligations and make decisions based on what works for you. Your tendency to help out friends is something to limit this week as you draw the focus around yourself and your own physical needs. Time is your most valuable asset. Use your time to get exercise and rest, and to prepare healthy meals at home. Humor can be a powerful motivator, icebreaker, and means to teach. Throwing in a few good jokes or telling an anecdote can take the dullness out of any speech. Further, when you are trying to get others to open up and relax, laughter is a natural tool. After work on this day, see about going out and finding activities that will find you enjoying some hearty laughter. You can benefit from this in more ways that you may realize. Whether it is the moon's final hours in your income sector or its return to your communication sector today, while this happens every 4 weeks, at an important time for both. As the moon wraps up its last visit to your income sector before Pluto turns retrograde here, and after its friendly aspect to Jupiter in your work sector yesterday, this will leave you with a lucrative sense of direction, a new sense of confidence and awareness on the income and job fronts, and a better read on both sides of the financial fence. This includes a read on Mars' return to your financial sector last week and of how this is already helping to fire up your financial passions and fighting spirit. 5 days after Mars not only left your relationship sector but ended all planetary activity on the relationship front until Jupiter returns in June to begin your biggest relationship year in over a decade, the moon's return to your communication sector couldn't come with better timing. In the heart of Venus, the planet of love's last full week in your communication sector, this will add to the already growing support for the final days of her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. Today, you might notice a shift in your mental clarity, a subtle but powerful sharpening of focus. Complex situations that once felt overwhelming now seem more manageable. You find yourself craving mental stimulation and seeking out conversations, topics, or projects that challenge your intellect and expand your understanding of the world. Whether it's diving back into a subject that's long intrigued you or finally picking up that book or podcast you've been meaning to explore, your mind is hungry for knowledge. And the best part? You're not just absorbing information passively, you're eager to explore, question, and analyze, driven by a genuine desire to grow. This thirst for understanding arrives at the perfect time, because today's cosmic landscape is urging transformation. With the Sun in grounded Taurus squaring off against Pluto in visionary Aquarius, there's a cosmic nudge, maybe even a push to take a deeper look at who you've been and who you are becoming. This aspect brings a kind of inner tension, not to shake you up in a chaotic way, but to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and confront the parts of your life or yourself that are ready for an upgrade. If you've been clinging to a version of yourself that no longer fits, this is the moment to lovingly let go. Just like shedding an old skin, you might feel vulnerable at first, but it's all part of making space for something more aligned with who you are now. Change isn't always easy, but it can be incredibly rewarding. Think back to a time when you took a leap of faith. Maybe it was changing careers, moving to a new city, or even ending a relationship that no longer served you. At the time, it may have felt uncertain, but in hindsight, that change likely brought new strength, insight, and clarity. This is one of those turning points. Your energy is high, and your confidence is unmistakable right now. You're motivated, not just by ambition, but by a deeper desire to take ownership of your path and make progress in areas that matter most to you. This is a beautiful time to take those first steps toward your goals. Talk to the people you trust, your closest friends, your family, or your partner. Share your ideas, even the wild ones. You'll likely be met with encouragement and support, perhaps more than you expect. Sometimes, just saying your dreams out loud gives them momentum. But remember, transformation isn't just about grand gestures. It's also about showing up consistently and keeping your word to others and to yourself. There may be moments when your enthusiasm outpaces your ability to follow through. If that happens, don't be hard on yourself. Just take a step back, reassess, and recommit with intention. Being aware of how your actions affect those around you helps maintain trust and harmony in both personal and professional relationships. Communication is key, especially if emotions are heightened. Speaking of relationships, the energy today supports emotional openness and connection. If you're single, you may find that your authentic self draws others in, especially those who resonate with your values and sense of purpose. And if you're in a relationship, this is a great moment to deepen your bond. Organize something special, have a meaningful conversation, or simply show up fully and be present. Emotional honesty now can lay the foundation for long-lasting intimacy. Financially, the stars are in your favor. Opportunities could surface that lead to greater stability and even abundance. You might come across a smart investment, a business idea, or simply make a savvy decision when managing your money. Trust your instincts, but also take time to assess your options thoughtfully. Your clarity and confidence will guide you in the right direction, and if you need advice, someone trustworthy is likely to offer just the insight you need. On the physical front, if you've been putting off exercise or self-care, today might be the spark you need to get back on track. Your energy is not just mental, it wants a physical outlet too. Whether it's going for a walk, stretching, dancing, or returning to a favorite activity, moving your body will not only boost your mood but also align your energy in a way that feels grounded and powerful. This is your reminder that your well-being is just as important as your productivity. So take a deep breath and ask yourself, what are you ready to release, and what are you excited to welcome into your life? Is there a version of yourself you're ready to say goodbye to? And what would the upgraded, more aligned you look like? Share your thoughts in the comments. What's shifting in your world right now? What steps are you taking, big or small, toward becoming your most authentic self? Your story might be the exact encouragement someone else needs today.